Hi everyone, this is Athena from Courage Coaching. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you are new to my channel, then please click on the subscribe button in order to receive notifications for any new videos that I upload. In today's video, I wanted to talk about self-esteem and how narcissistic abuse affects this. Now, narcissistic abuse can be very destructive and very insidious in a relationship, especially when the narcissists are the parents of a young child. Narcissistic parents are unreasonable, impossible, emotionally immature, and they are unable to meet their children's needs. They are very self-focused, very entitled, and very, very critical. Now, what are some of the long-lasting effects narcissistic abuse has on the victim? When you are in a relationship with a narcissist, this will erode your confidence and your sense of self, and it will be very, very difficult to reclaim this again. And it also causes crippling self-doubt. When you are involved with a narcissist, you find it extremely hard making decisions, and you carry something known as toxic shame. Narcissists constantly project their own insecurities onto their victims. In this case, it can be the parents projecting these things onto their children. So every child of a narcissistic parent will experience feeling like they are not good enough, feeling inadequate or unworthy, and having extremely low self-esteem. They will develop codependency, or they will learn to put other people's feelings before their own. They will have huge trust issues and difficulty with opening up and having safe and healthy friendships. They will feel very disconnected at times with their feelings and their thoughts. They will have trouble setting boundaries and having healthy relationships. They will develop depression, anxiety, CPTSD, suicidal thoughts, and substance abuse. They will have a lot of inner conflict. On one hand, they want to make the relationship with the narcissist work, but on the other hand, they can't wait to get away from this person, whether this is a parent or whether this is a partner. Now, when we think of a narcissist and their self-esteem, we usually consider that narcissists have got very high self-esteem because they are so entitled and because they think that they are better than everybody else. However, this isn't actually true. Narcissists actually have very distorted self-esteem. A narcissist's self-esteem is driven by external factors, by other people's attention. It is very unstable and distorted. So they may have days where they think they are an amazing parent, an amazing partner, an amazing friend, because somebody has given them narcissistic supply. Somebody has told them that they are good or amazing. But if they don't have this narcissistic supply, their self-esteem becomes extremely fragile. If someone criticizes them or says something negative to them, they will feel very uncomfortable in themselves. They will be very reactive. They will have very fragile self-esteem. They will be insecure. And then what happens is they will project all of their insecurities onto those closest to them, such as their children or their partner. Now, narcissists that have children will constantly project all of their negative traits onto their children. They will constantly criticize their children. They will constantly be a bully towards their children. So a child in this situation has extreme difficulty in believing that they are worthy, that they are lovable, that they are good enough, that they are smart enough, because the parent has done an excellent job at making them feel like they are worth nothing. Generally, if you imagine a scenario where somebody with really, really good self-esteem, with somebody that is really certain of themselves and has healthy boundaries and gets involved with a narcissist, you would think that this person would get out of the relationship a lot faster than somebody that has really low self-esteem before they even enter a relationship with a narcissist. Well, this is actually true. If you are confident and have good self-esteem before you get into a relationship with a narcissist, you will be better equipped to leave this relationship earlier. But don't forget that even with good self-esteem, a narcissist can slowly chip away at your self-esteem, and you will slowly start feeling like you are not really yourself anymore. And this will destabilize you. This will make you feel horrible. But if you are in a relationship with a narcissist and you were already vulnerable before, you already had low self-esteem, when the narcissist starts criticizing you or blaming you, you will take that very much to heart and you will believe them because you already had low self-esteem. Whatever the narcissist says will be more plausible, and you will find it harder to leave an abusive relationship because you have such low self-esteem. The good thing is that the person that had a good self-esteem to start with will eventually be able to reclaim that self-esteem and to feel better again once they leave the relationship. Whereas the person that had low self-esteem getting into the relationship will find it a lot harder to increase their self-esteem, to feel better about themselves. And it will take a lot of conscious effort to heal that part of themselves, to heal the inner child that was constantly torn down, that didn't have self-esteem to start with. And this person was probably the person that grew up in a home with a narcissistic parent. So the trauma is much deeper and it's harder to overcome. So the last thing I would like to say in this video, that the person who finds it harder to increase their self-esteem, the person that finds it harder to get over the self-doubt, to get over these feelings of unworthiness, is actually the child that grew up in a narcissistic home. Because this went on for the first 18 years of this child's life. It was inescapable, and this was every day. This was constant abuse and criticism every day. And it may have even been longer than that because the child may have not left home. The adult child now will still be living with the parents or will still be affected by the parents' harsh words and by the parents' criticism. So this is a lifetime of trying to change the negative things that the parent has said to the child. This is harder to get rid of. It needs a lot of healing and a lot of work in therapy, a lot of persistence in not allowing this internalized voice of the parent to constantly beat them down. You really have to put in a lot of effort to change the way that you talk to yourself, to change the way that you beat yourself up, to get rid of that inner critic that your parent has instilled in you. It takes a lot of work. It's hard. It's painful. And even well into your 40s or 50s or 60s, you will still have moments where you struggle with this inner critic. There will still be moments where you struggle with low self-esteem. The effects of narcissistic abuse in childhood are detrimental, unfortunately. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is truly how it is. And if you had two narcissistic parents, then this is going to be even harder. But if you work at it every day, if you take little steps every day at helping yourself feel more confident, at focusing on the things that you are good at, that you are talented in, being grateful for the things that you've achieved in your life, by constantly making sure that whenever that critical voice kicks in, or whenever that self-doubt kicks in, that you talk to yourself like a loving parent would, that you retrain your brain into believing that actually you are worthy right from the start. You are capable and you will be able to do anything your heart desires as long as you believe in yourself and you change that inner dialogue. If you found this video useful today, then please feel free to share your experience and talk about your own self-esteem. I would love to hear that. I myself still struggle with feelings of low self-worth. I still have days where I just find it really, really hard to convince myself that I can do something well. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate you watching this video today, and I will see you very, very soon in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.